sing, I sorrow bound. Take my advice, or you'll curse the day we started rolling down that lost highway. Take my advice, or you'll curse the day we started rolling down that lost highway. That's the lesson for the evening. Been a religious night. Started with the mole. Went down the hole from there. Let's do Columbus. Oh, Stockade. We're in E. I think this is a Norman Blake song, is that right?
Yeah.
Yep. You were just, yeah, you're doing it. You trouble first. Yes, yes. So start again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Way down Columbus, Georgia, wanna be back in Tennessee. Way down Columbus, Stockade, friends all turned their backs on me. Go and leave me if you wish to. Never let it cross your mind. If in your heart you love another, leave me, little darling, I don't mind. Blue Ridge Mountain Blues in the key of E, if you're interested.
Well, then he put you off.
Just sing it for me.
We don't care, we'll sing it in any key.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's all it takes to change
We come on the
song
chorus,
basically every time.
1, 2, 3.
When I was young and in my prime, I left my home in Carolina. Now all I do is sit and pine. For all those folks I left behind, I've got them Blue Ridge Mountains blues. And I'll stand right here and sing my great big pack for traveling on trash and gravel for that Blue Ridge far away. I see your window with a light. I see two heads of snowy white. It seems I hear them both recite. Where is my wandering boy tonight? I got them Blue Ridge Mountain blues. Wanna see my old dog Trey. I'm gonna hunt for possum where the corntops blossom on that Blue Ridge far away. I'm gonna do right by my mom. I'm gonna do right by my pa. I'm gonna hang around that cabin door. Lord, don't worry anymore. I've got them Blue Ridge Mountain blues. Gonna feel my dog's way. Every day I'm counting till I climb that mountain on that Blue Ridge far away. Every day I'm counting till I climb that mountain and that Blue Ridge far away. Okay, there we go.
Ooh, we're playing them fast.
And that more pretty girls. More pretty girls. That's not too long. Then last one.
Everybody will pass it.
That's really
Dangerous talk.
E flat. Let's see if I can sing the right words. Not the chorus. Okay, intro and chorus.
1, 2, 3.
Mama talked to me last night, gave to me some good advice. She said, son, you ought to quit this old rambling all around.
They're
We're
wrong.
gonna try.
They're so wrong. I think I've had one glass of wine, and one glass of wine today.
Are you still taking the tablets, Johnny K?
No, she's having wine.
I didn't even finish that glass, but.
Wine's good.
We'll finish with a nice, soft ballad.
A nice town fan singing it.
And from the song called Don't Take It Too Bad in key of D. Don't you take it too bad if you're feeling unloving, if you're feeling unfeeling, if you're feeling alone. Don't you take it too bad, 'cause it ain't you to blame, babe. It's only a game, babe. Out of all of this living that we got left to do. If you go searching for rhyme or reason, then you won't have the time that it takes just for talking about the places you've been, babe, about the places you've seen, babe. How soft the time flies past your window at night, and we just can't have that girl, 'cause it's a hard, lonesome, cold world, and a man needs a woman to stand by his side with her sweet words. Easy is a bad day dream, the roses and playdays, and the sweetness of springtime, and the sound of the rain. And we just can't have that girl, 'cause it's a hard, lonesome, cold world, and a man needs a woman to stand by his side with her sweet words. Easy is a bad day dream, roses and playthings, and the sweetness of springtime, and the sound of the rain. Thank you, everyone.
Just for the walk, so.
She's beautiful.
She gives room for the spirit to come in. When you have a missing part, the spirit, like the Navajo Indians, I went to the reservation and they purposely left their Navajo rugs with stitches missing so that the spirit could get in. And I told my daughter, she called me and told me she had the baby.
Excuse me, Johnny K.
I'll tell you later.
Yeah. Later.
I'll write a book.
So, next we have the great pleasure of hearing Janet Dorgan.
Yay!
I'm growing tired of the big city life. Tired of the glamour, tired of the signs. I'm only dreaming of rolling once more back to my home on the old river shore. Days are dark and dreary everywhere I roam. I long for Mississippi and you. Nothing seems to cheer me under heaven's dome. Yes, I miss the Mississippi and you. Roaming the wide world over, always alone and blue, so blue. I am sad and weary, longing to go home. Yes, I miss the Mississippi and you. Mockingbirds are singing all around the Capitol, while I dream of Mississippi and you. And my memories are bringing happy days of yore I have spent in Mississippi with you. Roaming the wide world over, always alone and blue, so blue. Longing for my homeland on that muddy water shore. Yes, I miss the Mississippi and you. The Mississippi and you. Beautiful. If you ever wanted to feel valued and appreciated, just tell everybody you're going.
That's right.
Yeah, or tell them you're dying, that'd be good. You wouldn't have to go anywhere. They know you were
That's what we
lying.
say, it isn't everybody, isn't it? Simply for dying.
This is called The White Squall, this song. It's a Stan Rogers song. It's just my luck to have the watch. Nothing much to do but to watch the deadly waters glide as we roll north to the Sioux. Wonder when they'll turn again, hitch us to the rail, whirl off one more youngster in the gale. The kid was so damn eager, it was all so big and new. It never had to tell him twice or find him work to do. Evenings on the Mystic, He was always first to sing and show us pictures of the girl he'd wed in spring. But I told that kid 100 times, don't take the lakes for granted. They go from calm to 100 knots, so fast they seem enchanted. But tonight some red-eyed Guardian girl lies staring at the wall, and the lover's gone into a wide stroll. It's a thing that us old-timers in a sultry summer calm, it comes a blow from nowhere and it goes off like a bomb. And the 16,000 tonner can be thrown upon her beam, while the gale takes all before it with a scream. The kid was on the hatches, lying staring at the sky. From where I stood, I swear I could see tears fall from his eyes. So I hadn't the heart to tell him that he should be on a line, even on a night so warm and fine. And I told that kid 100 times, don't take the lakes for granted. They go from calm to 100 knots, so fast they seem enchanted. But tonight some red-eyed Guardian girl lies staring at the wall, and the lover's gone into a wide stroll. When it struck, he sat up with a start. I roared to him, get down. But for all that he could hear, I might as well not have made a sound. And I clung near to the stanchions, and I felt my face go pale as he crawled hand over hand along the rail. I could feel her heeling over with the fury of the blow. I watched the rail go under, then so terrible and slow. Then like some great dog she shook herself and roared upright again. Far overside I heard him call my name. But I told that kid 100 times, don't take the lakes for granted. They go from calm to 100 knots, so fast they seem enchanted. But tonight some red-eyed Guardian girl lies staring at the wall, and the lover's gone into a wide stroll. So it's just my lot to have the watch, nothing much to do, but to watch the deadly waters glide as we roll north to the Sioux. Wonder when they'll turn again and pitch us to the rail, whirl off one more youngster in the gale. And I tell these kids 100 times, don't take the lakes for granted. They go from calm to 100 knots, so fast they seem enchanted. But tonight some red-eyed Guardian girl lies staring at the wall, and the lover's gone into a wide stroll. Wide stroll, wide stroll, wide stroll, wide stroll.
song joke.
That one wasn't very funny.
Really funny to look at white
Who
school.
did the tip, Ross? That was not a funny song.
The ball in a hole, that's fun.
Anyway,
Oh,
I like ball in a hole.
What's
It's
that?
one of my favourite songs.
hole in a hole.
A request from the MC is a demand, you know.
I wanna be a mole in a hole to get low and so. Wanna be a fly flying high in the sky. Yes, I wanna be a mole in a hole to get low and so. Wanna be a fly flying high in the sky. Well, I had a friend and he had a friend in Jesus. He used to read the good book every day. My friend, he got so friendly with friend Jesus. That friend Jesus took my only friend away. And I wanna be a mole in a hole to get low and slow. Wanna be a fly flying high in the sky. Yes, I wanna be a mole in a hole to get low and slow. Wanna be a fly flying high in the sky. My friend, he was as wise as Mr. Wise Owl. He could count from 1 to 10, the A to Z. My friend, he was so wise, he got relief. That's why I'm alive today, and he is dead. And I wanna be a mole in a hole to get low and slow. Wanna be a fly flying high in the sky. Yes, I wanna be a mole in a hole to get low and slow. Wanna be a fly flying high in the sky. Yes, I wanna be a mole in a hole to get low and slow. Wanna be a fly flying high in the sky. Oh, I wanna be a mole in a hole to get low and slow. Wanna be a fly flying high in the sky. Thank you,
One of the funny songs.
man. All right.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
An Elton John song. It's a human sign when things go wrong and the scent of her lingers, temptation strong into the boundary of each married man. Sweet deceit comes calling and negativity lands. Cold, cold heart, hard done by you. Something's looking better, baby, just passing through. And it's no sacrifice, just a simple word. It's two hearts living into separate worlds. It's no sacrifice, no sacrifice. It's no sacrifice at all. understanding after the fact. Sensitivity builds a prison. In the final act, we lose direction. No stone unturned, no tears to damn you. When jealousy burns, cold, cold heart done by you. Something's looking better, baby, just passing through. And it's no sacrifice, it's a simple word. It's two hearts living in two separate worlds. It's no sacrifice, it's no sacrifice, it's no sacrifice at all. No sacrifice at all. No sacrifice at all.
Nice.
And now, sorry, Brad.
Nice.
It's too much room there. Just can't keep it, right? Leave that.
I'm going to do 3 topical songs this evening.
My goodness, you must be having fun with the current political situation.
I told you last time I was here I was very annoyed with Malcolm. Whatever his name is. I've written all these songs about Tony Abbott and now they have to be scrapped.
What did it say about people? Jonah said Tony Abbott was the gift that kept on giving.
Oh well. In about 3 weeks' time, it will be the 148th anniversary of the birth of Annie Wheeler. And so I thought I'd sing the Annie Wheeler song, which some of you are familiar with. And for those of you who aren't, Annie Wheeler was a woman who grew up in central Queensland, found herself in London during World War I, and over the course of the war set up this amazing communication system between troops at the front and their families back in, mainly in Queensland. So this is the story. Every 10 days or so, she sort of she garnered information from all kinds of places and put it in a bulletin, which every 10 days or so she'd send back to Queensland for publication in local papers. And I got hold of some of those bulletins, and they're extraordinary. Some of them would have references to maybe 100 soldiers, all named and so on. So all the names in the song come from there. Yeah. And the greatest gift of all, talking about gifts, was that her father's name was Alexander Laurie, so that her maiden name was Annie Laurie. And that's what the troops call her a lot of the time. So anyway, Annie Laurie. They called her Annie Laurie, 'cause they knew her father's name, and bonny Annie Laurie heard their call. In a darkened world of warfare, a bright and hopeful flame, she was mother, sister, sweetheart to them all. To the killing fields of Flanders, from the Fitzroy's quiet banks and the central Queensland grazing lands they came. And few had heard of Hindenburg, of Monash or of Hague, but they'd nearly all heard Annie Wheeler's name. They knew that she was one of them, she'd grown up on the land. They knew that she would see them as her own. They knew they could rely on Annie Wheeler's helping hand, and if she was there, they'd never be alone. And they called her Annie Laurie, 'cause they knew her father's name, and bonny Annie Laurie heard their call. In a darkened world of warfare, a bright and hopeful flame, she was mother, sister, sweetheart to them all. She had gone to live in London when they loosed the dogs of war and the news of dead and wounded hit the press. And letters from Australia lay knee-deep on Annie's floor, seeking news and full of longing and distress. And Annie found the news they sought, she haunted GHQ. She chatted to the diggers home on leave. Her dispatches to Australia, telling everything she knew, was the only news that many would receive. And they called her Annie, 'cause they knew her father's name, and Bonnie Annie Laurie heard their call. In a darkened world warfare, a bright and hopeful flame, she was mother, sister, sweetheart to them all. Will Hutton is in hospital with shrapnel in his back. Jeff Edmonston's in Egypt doing well. The 29th Battalion's been involved in an attack, but I've heard from Stephen Joyce and RJ Fell. Bill Dendal is in Wittenberg, a prisoner of war. He got the socks I forwarded in June. Percy Bates in Palestine has joined the Camel Corps, and he hopes to be in action very soon. And they called her Annie Laurie, 'cause they knew her father's name, and Bonnie Annie Laurie heard their call. In a darkened world of warfare, a bright and hopeful flame, she was mother, sister, sweetheart to them all. Les Tynan, Albert Pennington, George Griffin and Jack Blair, Arthur Laurie, Harold Mills and Walter Moss. The list goes into thousands who came under Annie's care: Jack Fryer, Lawrence Fraser, Fred Kinross. The parcels and the letters sent, the news passed on from France, the welcome diggers sign upon her gate. An open house to all her boys, a rare and precious chance to get news from home or catch up with a mate. And they called her Annie Laurie, 'cause they knew her father's name, and Bonnie Annie Laurie heard their call. And the darkened world of warfare, a bright and hopeful flame, she was mother, sister, sweetheart to them all. And when the fighting ended, Annie Wheeler came again to Rockhampton, where she lived in days gone by. 5,000 cheering people met her at her journey's end, and the city council welcomed her with pride. And grateful diggers passed the hat and bought a sturdy house, and set it on a hill above the shore, and made it Annie Wheeler's home to give to her somehow, a gift for all she'd done forevermore. And they called her Annie Laurie, 'cause they knew her father's name, and Bonnie Annie Laurie heard their call. In a darkened world of warfare, a bright and hopeful flame, she was mother, sister, sweetheart to them all. She was mother, sister, sweetheart to them all. Thank you. Now, haven't sung this one before. Many of you know I write a fair few songs for campaigns of one kind or another. And one of the campaigns I'm involved in is the effort to try and hasten the transition to renewable forms of energy. So this song is actually a potted history of the coal industry in Australia, with the emphasis on the word potted. I'll take you through 200 years of history in about 4 minutes. If you can call it a song, it's really a sort of form of talking blues. in Australia when the first fleet came on a warm summer evening with the sky like a flame, and the ships dropped anchor and the sails came down, and the captain said, "This is Sydney town." And I looked around, and the sun went down. I couldn't even see the Opera House. Next day we took a boat and we stood on the land, and the captain was there with a flag in his hand, and he raised it high and it blew in the breeze. He said, "God save the king, cut down those trees." So we set to work and we built the town, and the buildings rose as the trees came down. Then more ships came and the city grew from Circular Quay to Woolloomooloo. Then we went to explore, but we soon came back because we found these stones that were shiny and black. When the captain saw them, he said, "Bless my soul, you've been up the Hunter Valley and discovered coal." Looking back now, seems it was a pity it wasn't the Hunter Valley wineries we discovered instead. Because the captain took the stones and threw them in the fire, and the flames leapt up like a funeral pyre. Somebody's funeral down the line. Back then we didn't know it was yours and mine. But coal meant heat, and heat meant power, and we wanted more each day, each hour, and the captain's voice grew dark and rough. "Get out and dig me up some more of that stuff." So Anglo-American, BHP, and Rio Tinto came to be. They spread across this wide brown land looking for supply to meet demand. And when they came to the Queensland border, they kept on going by the captain's order, because the state is sitting on a vast expanse of coal as big as the whole of France. And the captain said, "I want megatons." So they built machines and the work was done with drag lines big as a two-story house and brains no bigger than Mickey Mouse. So it started slow, but it grew so fast. The pick and shovel days soon passed. Now coal is loaded with giant cranes, 8,000 tons on a single train, 2 kilometers long. Eat your heart out, Thomas the Tank Engine. And we burnt the coal to make electric power for what? For cooling fans and heating showers and lighting homes and factories here and making steel in South Korea. Mining coal is a dangerous trade, and more than 400 men have paid with their lives for Queensland's rich black gold, and that's another story that's gotta be told. Well, so it went for 200 years, but now on all sides rising fears. The coal we burnt has changed the air and done stuff to it that we can't repair. So the world's getting warm, bushfires worse, sea levels rising, droughts occur, and worse in the future if we don't come around and see that we've got to leave coal in the ground. But the captain's voice can still be heard saying, "Climate change? I don't believe a word of it. Find more coal and keep on mining." Poor man. I think his mind's declining. Well, we've come a long way since the first fleet days. I suppose we're smarter in many ways. Just sent a rocket up to the stars, found some water on the planet Mars. Maybe we should send the captain up to Mars. See if he and Matt Damon can find some coal up there. Well, on planet Earth, we can use the sun and the wind to do the job coal has done. That power's clean, that power's free, and it's there forever for you and me. And it's not just there for you and me, but for all the generations yet to be. So goodbye, Captain. You were greatly admired, and it's been good to know you. Now it's time you retire. Quite a ride.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, finally I want to do this song because, particularly in the context of the events in Paris last Friday, I wrote this maybe 12 years ago for a day of dialogue between Christians and Muslims here in Brisbane. yeah, so I think it's quite relevant still. Come tell me your story and I'll tell you mine. We'll share the same table and drink the same wine. Our histories have often been cause for despair, with the poison of conflict too much in the air. But the road to the future is a road we must share. We can only go forward together. East is east and west is west, but the two must surely meet. Not to deny our differences, and not with a wish to compete, but to search our traditions for wisdom, and to trust that we'll find it at last, and refuse to let this generation be imprisoned by times that are past. Come tell me your story and I'll tell you mine. We'll share the same table and drink the same wine. Our histories have often been cause for despair, with the poison of conflict too much in the air. But the road to the future is a road we must share. We can only go forward together. East is east and west is west, but the two cannot live apart. For under the surface of east and west beats the self-same human heart. And together we must find the courage to stand up and loudly proclaim that those who place faith in their weapons of war do not speak or act in our name. Tell me your story and I'll tell you mine. We'll share the same table and drink the same wine. Our histories have often been cause for despair, with the poison of conflict too much in the air. But the road to the future is a road we must share. We can only go forward together. East is east and west is west, and each to the other seems strange. But God cannot change what is in our hearts unless we are ready to change. And this is the task that's before us, the challenge before it's too late, to open our hands in friendship, not to close them in fists of hate. Come tell me your story and I'll tell you mine. We'll share the same table and drink the same wine. Our histories have often been cause for despair, with the poison of conflict too much in the air. But the road to the future is a road we must share. We can only go forward, only go forward. We can only go forward together.
Excuse me. Can I just make a quick announcement? I'm going to mention it here.
Okay, last but never least, just for a very short set.
It's the quality that matters.
It is, and obviously it's going to be of high quality.
High quality.
I thought you were going to do that seriously there for a minute.
What?
Yeah, I know.
Ian Clark.
Hey. It's going to be a short set. It's 3 songs, but it's more like 2.5 because the first one's pretty short. Dermot was singing about coal, which is interesting because this set is all coal. The first one's a Gordon Lightfoot one. I don't really understand it, but I like the song. If you understand it, explain it to me later. Sweet Guinevere, you're off to the coal town tonight, and your young brother Ernie's up in Pittsburgh, PA. You know mother loves you and dad's in the mine, so don't go to the coal town, Guinevere, if you're kind. She loves a young man and he lives in the town, and he leaves the house early for he works underground. He makes a good wage for a coal miner's son, and she's a bit pretty, just turned 21. Sweet Guinevere, you're off to the coal town tonight, and your young brother Ernie's up in Pittsburgh, PA. You know mother loves you and dad's in the mine, so don't go to the coal town, Guinevere, shut the blind. She knows her good mother's not feeling no pain. She remembers an explosion and the black falling rain. She paints her thin lips in her dewy-eyed way, then says to the daughter, dear daughter, I pray. Sweet Guinevere, you're off to the coal town tonight, and your young brother Ernie's up in Pittsburgh, PA. You know mother loves you and dad's in the mine, so don't go to the coal town, Guinevere, if you're kind. Thank you. Still on coal. Another Norman Blake one. I knew I knew the name somewhere when someone mentioned Norman Blake earlier on. Where have they all gone? Disappeared. Oh, he's down there. Okay.
You can't help it if they don't like you.
You get there. It was good one time, everything was mighty fine. Coal Tipple rolled day and night. Things they got slow for reasons I don't know, and the chill winds they pulled into sight. Now the soft new snows of December lightly fall my cabin round. Saw the last train from Poor Valley taking brown-haired Becky Richmond bound. Mines all closed down, everybody laying around. There wasn't very much left to do, but to stand in that line, get your rations stripped on time. Woman, I could see it killing you. Now the soft new snows of December lightly fall my cabin round. Saw the last train from Poor Valley taking brown-haired Becky Richmond bound. Been coming all night long, soon we'll be gone, leaving crossed your mind every day. Then you said to me, things are bad back home, you see. Guess I'd better be on my way. Now the soft new snows of December lightly fall my cabin round. Saw the last train from Poor Valley taking brown-haired Becky Richmond bound. I should hate you now, but I never could somehow. Miner's wife, you were not cut out to be. It wasn't what you thought, just some dreams that you bought. You left home and ran away with me. Now the soft new snows of December lightly fall my cabin round. Saw the last train from Poor Valley, taking Brownhead, Becky, Richmond bound. Taking Brownhead, Becky, Richmond bound. Thank you. And to finish off, this should be sung by a female, but it wasn't written by a female, it was written by Utah Phillips, who I'm reliably informed wasn't a female. Although these days one can never tell.
Sounds like a woman.
Anyway, there's a singer with a beard at the moment who claims to be female.
I take it you're not making personal observations, Dr. J.
Well,
You told me you were a bearded lady.
You addressed the email to ladies and included me.
That was really amazing, because you were the one who it should have been addressed to in the first place.
You see, you wouldn't have got the guitar if she had just relied on the women.
Absolutely. It was very, very serendipitous.
It certainly was. Once, let's try the right key. I can only concentrate on one thing at a time and even have trouble doing that.
stop thinking
Once long ago he was handsome and tall and fit to be cold to the wall. We left our village family and all, never return anymore. Now he takes his coat, his bucket and lamp, whistles away to the cage, where men young and old from all over the camp gather in search of a wage. Husband, sleep, lay your head back and dream, a slow fallen leaf borne down to the stream, then carried away on the wings of morphine, homeward far over the sea. You need to know that in the good old days, the miners used to take tins of morphine down underground with them. So if there was a cave-in, it wasn't a slow, long death from starvation and thirst. My husband and I are Roman in faith. We have a secret to keep. If ever his life is taken away, and gentle and long will he sleep. Now some men pass with family around, and linens and blankets so clean, but seldom a miner goes underground without his tin of morphine. Husband, sleep, lay your head back and dream, a slow fallen leaf borne down to the stream, then carried away on the wings of morphine, homeward far over the sea. Now here's a word, an explosion is heard, the miners are trapped far below. If any survive down there alive, I'm certain we never will know. Although our families have vainly appealed, no rescue attempt can be seen. Our hope for our loved ones in the dark earth sealed now lies in a tin of morphine. Husband, sleep, lay your head back and dream, a slow fallen leaf borne down to the stream, then carried away on the wings of morphine, homeward far over the sea. Husband, sleep, lay your head back and dream. A slow fallen leaf borne down to the stream, then carried away on the wings of morphine, homeward far over the sea.
I've just got the announcements and then Ian will play us out. So, you've got a busy weekend ahead of you. On Saturday night, and I meant to mention this last week when we had John Cain here. John Cain is also playing at what we used to call Folkies Old and New, and what I still call Folkies Old and New, and what Michael calls Folk Rag Old and New, at the Danish Club on Saturday night. So he's one of the acts there. So if you want to hear more of John Cain before he disappears overseas for 6 months, this will be a good session. And the Danish is to die for, so please just go for the Danish if you don't want to hear the music. Then on Sunday afternoon, it's Vibes at Vintage again. The little notice is up there, and you all know about this by now, but I believe that it's Mark and Christine running it this week. So go along and they'll be doing a set. Next week, we have Ian's favourite duo, eh?
Something else.
Something else. And something else has got something else as well. We've got Mick Donnelly coming on playing Mando with us, and we've got Sue Whiten, who plays wonderful Possum Box, which she's not playing with us, she's playing the harmonica with us, Mouth organ, so that will be lovely. And also the Supreme Optimists, there's their chief over there, and they will be doing a set, and also Evan Matheson will be coming in, so it'll be another great night. So, thank you, Cherie, for a lovely had large quantities of little things with chili sauce. Absolutely wonderful, and every now and then I zipped over and got a little caramel tart to, so like a little dessert. And then I went back and got more, and then back. Pete Cartwright will be doing supper next week. I'll try to get him to a set, but he wouldn't last time. Now, also warm thanks to the chair movers. What needs to go back? Can anybody tell me?
7 chairs.
How many chairs?
7.
7 chairs. No
How many
tables?
tables?
3.
3.
3 tables.
They took them all out, did they? I wasn't here for the table bit.
Which
3
tables?
of these.
3 of the little tables and 7 chairs. Thank you, wonderful chair members. And I think that's all. So we'll see you next week. And I'm really, really grateful. When I looked at the set list for something else, I don't play guitar very much at all. So isn't that great? I must have known something.
Still sore.
Oh, yes. I keep waking up at 2 o'clock in the morning and having to take paracetamol.
You better keep off the rum.
But it's getting, it's so much better, and I can, see, I don't know, I can't do that last week either. So take it away, Ian. Don't take it very far though, because I've only 1 year sitting there.
We've sung our songs and we'll sing them again, of the people we've met and the places we've been. Some of the trouble that's bothered our mind, and a lot of good people that we've left behind. So long, it's been good to know you. So long, it's been good to know you. So long, it's been good to know you. It's a long, long time since I've been home.